Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome back to Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. Do not be fooled by that fancy name. It's just me and some friends talking about baseball cards. And no friends today because I just got in from California last night. Actually, technically this morning. Spent a week out in California. It was a one vacation. It was combined with some work. So I had to be in Sacramento for a case on Tuesday. So I flew out Sunday to avoid the jet lag. And I spent some time on Monday with a very special friend, this young gentleman. So on Monday, after he finished work early, Greg came to my hotel and picked me up. And we chatted in the car ride all the way out to his house out in suburban Sacramento. And I had the great pleasure to meet his wife and two daughters. His wonderful family were so welcoming. And we had an opportunity to sit down and go through Greg's collection bit by bit. And I was struck by one thing, and that is the quality of his eye. So you see the cards on this if you watch Greg's channel, but I don't think you quite understand just how good he is at picking out cards that are just beautiful eye appeal and just really well centered and just all kinds of nice things about the cards that he has. So we went through a bunch of cards and took that photo. That's in his card room, the famous background of Greg's card room there. And then we went had a wonderful dinner at a great sushi place. And then he took me back to Sacramento, and then I worked the next day. And then the day after that, my wife flew in, and we went out to Napa Valley. So I just got in late last night. So the good thing about being away for a week is that you get cards in the mail. So I figured, without really having prepared much of a show for this weekend, I was going to have a guest this weekend. I still will have that guest. Very patient man, terrific YouTube personality, and we will have the show eventually, probably within the next couple of weeks. So I apologize to him for my disorganization, and but now I'm back in New York. So there's a lot going on, but let's go through some of the cool stuff that has come in since I was last on the channel, and this is a special one. As you know, I'm a 1948 Braves collector because of my family and many other reasons. And part of that is also an intense interest in the 1948 World Series. I have a ticket to Game 2. I've showed it a bunch of times. It was at Braves Field. I had the opportunity to get a ticket to Game 4. Wade from this channel, good friend, terrific young man, and he and I have had many conversations about this. He is a collector of great vintage photographs. He's at Floating Heads on YouTube. I don't know how many videos he's done, but he's mostly just a commenter on YouTube. But Wade bought 2 tickets to Game 4 and offered to sell me one of them at an extremely low price. So I have now a ticket to Game 4 of the 1948 World Series. And what's special about this game is that Larry Doby hit a home run in this game. It ended up being the difference in the game. It was a 2-1 game. Steve Gromek was the pitcher. He bested Johnny Sane. Like I said, 2-1. Doby's home run was the difference. First World Series home run hit by an African-American baseball player. So that is historical. What is also historical is the photograph taken of Steve Gromek hugging Larry Doby after the game. And it is a great symbolic photograph for positive racial relations in this country, 1948. A year after Doby broke in, which was only a few months after Jackie Robinson broke in to the major leagues, and here he was, a World Series hero, and the starting pitcher hugging him in the clubhouse after the game is a fantastic picture. But anyway, so I have now this World Series Game 4 ticket. The example that I got from Wade was sent to me in a raw form or ungraded form. I sent this out to PSA, and PSA did not take that long with it. I think I sent it out in August, maybe. So only about 2 months door to door, which for PSA is pretty good. They gave it a 3. I don't care what the grade is. It's a authentic World Series ticket. I knew it was authentic when I sent it in. And also, they wrote stub on the slab. You can see on the flip. I mean, I think this full ticket. It may be that over here there was another little bit of a stub that you took off, but this looks like a full ticket to me. That being as it may, don't care. They put Dobie's home run on it, which is important, and it looks fantastic in this slab. So I'm very, very happy that came in. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, PSA, I guess, for getting this in at a pretty quick pace. So as you may know, I have the 1953 Bowman color set complete. I am gradually converting that from all, not all ungraded, but mostly ungraded to all graded. Graded examples, I am now up to 101 of 160, so I have 39 left. I have all the Hall of Famers. I'm pretty sure I have all the Hall of Famers, but I'm missing some of the high numbers and some players throughout. I did pick up this beautiful example of Kurt Simmons off of eBay. I've been looking for this one for a while. Obviously, he was a very good pitcher. He is not a Hall of Famer, but he was a star. And this is a really, really, I mean, like every card in this set, this is just a terrific card. The blue sky, the red uniform, the look on his face, the concentration, the hands over the head with the wind up, just a terrific card. I got this little below comps for a 5. It is an old label, but if you look at it, it is fairly graded for under today's standards, pretty nicely. Sent a little off center, but the color and registration are really strong. There's no other problems with it. So I was very happy with it. That came in the mail during the week. I also got this one. Now, this is a recently graded example of Al Corwin. Good pitcher for the Giants, contributed down the stretch for the 51 pennant-winning team. Al Corwin inexplicably has 2 cards in this set. This is a good wind-up one. You can see the green of the Polo Grounds behind him there and the blue sky. Also, hands above the head. Now, this is a 3, but if you see, it's a 9-digit certification number. So this is very, very recently graded within the last year. But look at the centering on that. I don't see anything that would make it a 3 other than the corners are a little rounded, but the centering is strong. There is, as far as I can tell, I'm looking at the surface under the right lighting, and there are no creases. There are no wrinkles at all. So undergraded example. This was super cheap. I think it cost me $17. So beautiful on that. So a couple of biggies pre-war wise. Now, if you recall, I'll show you this. I got this at the Philly show. This is the 1904 Giants in a 1905 rotograph postcard. There's like 14 of these in existence. This is the second highest graded example. And this team, this team, Mathewson was on the team, but he's not in here. But there are some cool guys in here. I'm going to do a show on this, and to do the show, I wanted to get some cards. I have quite a number of Donlin cards, but I don't have much of the other players on this team. So I decided that I was going to go out and get some players that I could do little bios of when I talk about this in depth, this 1904 Giants team in a 1905 postcard. So one of them I got was Hooks. Now, I think it's Wiltse. Hooks Wiltse is what Baseball Reference says, but I was looking up on the internet, and this name could also be pronounced Wiltse. But so I'll call him Wiltse. Hooks Wiltse was a left-handed pitcher, tall, lanky. He was like the third starter on the team. He had a career of about maybe 12, 14 seasons, but solid pitcher. And so he's on that postcard. So we'll talk about Hooks when we get to that video. But I want to get a card from Philadelphia Caramel. Is a set that I did not have before. So this is a really good type collector acquisition. Also, look at the color on this thing. Now, interestingly enough, there was an REA example of this in a SGC3 overgraded and had print defects right on his face. So that went for, I think, like 150 hammer. And I didn't like the example. So I was on eBay and I saw this one as a 1, much better presentation. Yeah, there are some, you see those white dots there. Now, some of these white dots are actually on the slab, but the white dots, a little bit of, minor print defect. But it's a 1 because it has, if you get up really close, there's a pinhole at the top. But I don't care about the pinhole. I just want it to present well. And this one presented better than the one that was on our REA. And this one cost me, I think the $80 was the price I got it at. So really nice. Philadelphia Caramel of Hooks Wiltse. My first card of this player, important player. My first card from the set. So that is a cool acquisition coming in while I was away. So I mentioned REA. There was a very big REA auction this weekend. It ended on Sunday night. Now, I was on the plane Sunday night from New York to Sacramento. But JetBlue, who knew, has free Wi-Fi. And so the Wi-Fi was spotty at best, but it gave me the opportunity to get into extended bidding and put in bids on several different cards. I did not win any of them, and I thought I was going to completely lose out until I looked again at the numbers on this card I'm about to show you and saw that it was below what it could be, and that if I got it at like the next number, I would get a pretty good deal on it. So I did, and I won. So I got one card in the REA auction. The invoice came in Monday. I sent my payment Monday in the afternoon, I think it was, because the 3-hour difference. They mailed it out Tuesday morning, came to my office on Wednesday, got it, went to my office today and picked it up. So very happy to finally get a Bill Dahlin card. Now, Bill Dahlin is the highest WAR of any player not in the Hall of Fame who doesn't have steroids. Not many steroids back in the pre-war era, but Bill Dahlin was a shortstop who was terrific for quite a number of years. I think he played about 20 years. And one of those periods where he played was for the Giants. He's on the 1904 team. I think he played for the Giants for 4 or 5 seasons. He played in Baltimore as a pre-war player. Later on, he has T206 cards with both Boston and you can't remember who else. He's got a card, Brooklyn, Boston and Brooklyn. He's got same T206 card issued in 2 different seasons, one in Boston, one in Brooklyn. So they split it. So it's an expensive card because there are half as many in each of those towns. So that he has, if you get a Brooklyn, there's only half the pop count of that. If you get a Boston, there's only half a pop count of that. So you end up with Dahlin having a premium because of that. He's not a premium because he should be in the Hall of Fame. His WAR is something like 75. So I was able to get this Bill Dahlin. It is the anonymous E98 set of 30. There are in existence 14 of these cards in the Pop Report. So at this point, if you get one of these under $200, you're in good shape. This particular example, obviously, there's a crease right across the middle. Fortunately, not through his face. But this particular example sold. The last time it sold was in 2021 at a price which was higher than what I paid in the REA auction. There have subsequently been ones, which this probably should be, a 1 sold for 300 and something not too long ago in an SGC slab. So I'm feeling pretty good about what I paid for this, which was I think the hammer was like 155. So pretty happy about that. So Bill Dahlin, also on the 1904 team, also in that postcard, will also be talked about in detail in that video that I will be doing. So those are my mail day cards. I got a few other cards in there, but nothing of great significance. So coming up on the channel, well, let me say tonight, if you're watching this on Sunday afternoon, which I hope you are, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing the live stream for Collectors. It is a preview of the Shriner show. I am leaving on Friday morning to go up to Boston for the Shriner show. And so basically, I'm going to be doing a live stream previewing Shriners, and hopefully you'll tune in and we'll talk about the show. I have 3 great guests: Dom from Staven Sports, Mark Hoyle, the legendary Mark Hoyle, who has the greatest card room in the world, and also Eric from Carlos's live streams. Eric works at Sports World up in Boston, the best hobby shop in Boston area, and he will be set up at the show at the Sports World table. So he's done that a number of years. So Eric will be hanging out with us too. So looking forward to that live stream. I'll link to that below. It's already up. The preview is up already, and the link is up already. Got some great shows coming up in the future. Of course, the interview that I was supposed to do this weekend. I'm going to be doing a show on Cash In Publications. We're going to be doing another community service project. I am going to be doing another podcast interview for collectors. Really looking forward to that with a great podcaster. And so really a lot going on. Really excited to be back. Great mail day. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you either tonight on For Collectors or next weekend. Take care.